This Atlantic Broadband Channel 10 sports presentation is brought to you by First Columbia Bank and Trust, helping communities prosper and our youth succeed for over 100 years. With you every step of the way, First Columbia Bank and Trust with 14 branches to serve you. The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, celebrating 20 years as a regional philanthropic organization whose mission is quality of life in the Central Susquehanna Valley and achieving donors' intentions. Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty Incorporated, serving Columbia, Montour, and Lower Luzerne counties and featuring award-winning agents ready to help you buy or sell your property. The 164th Annual Bloomsburg Fair. Gates open at 2 p.m. Preview Day, Friday, September 20th, and all tickets for the Wise Markets Grandstand shows are now available at bloomsburgfair.com. And by Atlantic Broadband, your television, internet, and phone provider for the greater Berwick, western Poconos, and portions of Schuylkill County. Stay connected with Atlantic Broadband. Welcome to Atlantic Broadband, Channel 10's coverage of high school football. Tonight, a rivalry, the Wyoming Valley West Spartans at the Berwick area Bulldogs. Get right to the lineups. They are coming in 1-2. The Wyoming Valley West football team is having some key injuries, including their starting quarterback Dante Rhodes. He is out for at least half the season from reports we've read about. And they also lost 3 more defensive from the starting list last week. So Valley West is hurting as far as their talent is concerned right now, but it will be back hopefully before the season is over. In the meantime, they are only 1-2 coming into this game today. Here is the rest of the Wyoming Valley West football team. They are still determined, doing the best they can, and trying to push through all this. Jack Baranski is the head coach at Valley West. For Berwick, they are coming in 3-0, having a good season to start. They've got a really, really good defense, and the offense is starting to kick into gear. Quarterback Ryan Lawbaugh has a 61% completion rate and a 100% passer rating, while running back Aiden Mason, who, by the way, will be out tonight with an illness, is averaging 112 yards per game. So Aiden is out, but that'll allow Alejandro Lopez to step up and pick up the slack right there. A great football team this year again under new head coach Carmen DiFrancesco. And our thanks to Bo Orlando for helping us out and getting this game ready for tonight. It is going to be Wyoming Valley West at Berwick. We'll get that underway in just a moment. The kickoff is about to get underway, and we'll be right back with more here on Atlantic Broadband, Channel 10.
As a community bank, First Columbia Bank and Trust knows the value of helping our young people dream, excel, and reach their goals. For more than 118 years, First Columbia has been committed to helping our communities prosper and our youth succeed. We're proud to invest in our youth through athletics, the arts, and education. First Columbia Bank and Trust, every step of the way.
Your hometown bank, the first place to go for your big-time plans. Together we'll grow every step of the way. First Columbia Bank.
When you buy or sell with Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty, you get the full support of our team, providing personal, powerful, professional service. A market leader for more than 30 years, helping generations of buyers and sellers make their home dreams come true. Our award-winning team will help you every step of the way. Movers aren't included, but clients get free use of our moving truck. We're the only realtors offering this service in our market. Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty. The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, celebrating 20 years as a regional philanthropic organization. With over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund, more than $2.2 million in grant monies is awarded annually to local nonprofits and students to promote education, health and wellness, self-sustainability, recreation, and more. Accredited with national standards for U.S. community foundations for having the highest standards for philanthropic excellence, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is here for you, for good, forever.
Get ready for the 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th, featuring harness racing, a tractor and truck pull, modified truck, SUV, minivan, and figure-8 racing, horse pulling, a demolition derby, and more. Plus, big names on the Weiss Market Grandstand. Rides and attractions from Amusements of America, livestock, agriculture, horticulture, rabbits, poultry, arts, crafts, and more every day. Buy all-day ride passes, concert tickets, fair admission, and for a limited time, buy your weekly badges for just $35 at BloomsburgFair.com. The 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania.
Welcome back. The teams are on the field. We're getting ready for the opening kickoff. It's Wyoming Valley West at the Berwick area Bulldogs here tonight. Here's a look at the running backs. Ready for the opening kickoff. Valley West coming in 1-2, having some key injuries. Berwick coming in 3-0. Eric Montez, number 42, will be the kicker. It feels like football weather tonight. This is the first time it's been kind of cool. A lot of people have jackets and blankets. 62, 63 degrees here to start the game on a Friday night in Berwick. Eric Montez will kick it off, and it's a slow roller. And it's picked up by number 5, Darius Redguard. And the Spartans will get underway from their own 35-yard line.
Valley West with the first.
Redguard picks it up at about the 32, little bobble there. And then the Berwick defense is all over him. First play from scrimmage for Valley West. Back to throw is Dylan Nastansky, and he makes a completion almost. Gets the ball over to Nasir Gardner, but he's hit right away by Preston Robbins. Ball comes in and out, so it's incomplete. That'll bring up a 2nd and 10 now for Valley West. Dylan Nastansky right here is a freshman. He has to step in for Dante Rhodes, who is the starting quarterback for Valley West. He is out with an injury. So it's kind of trial by fire. And there's a little bobble. Berwick defense all over it. Mason Lawbaugh coming up underneath there, I think.
For a 4-yard loss on the play.
Losing 4. Nastansky here takes the snap. Goes to hand it off, fake the handoff, but it bobbles, and Lawbaugh is all over him. Third and 15 now from back at the 30-yard line. So Valley West not off to a great start. We'll see how they recover. Dylan Nastansky, a freshman at quarterback, takes the snap, going to keep it himself, and he gets swallowed up back at the line of scrimmage, and it will be a 4th down. Wyoming Valley West will have to go 3 and out and punt this one away.
Tackled for a loss on the play by number 1, Mason Lawbaugh.
Gary Kreischer, field announcer here at the famed Crispin Field, filling in the blanks for us tonight. And Valley West is going to have to punt this one away. We're in the first quarter, just underway. Here is the kick. And it's a short kick. It's going to roll out of bounds at the 40-yard line. They'll say 42-yard line of Berwick, and that's where the Bulldogs will get to work. Again, Berwick coming into this game 3-0. Their defense, as you just saw, is pretty solid, and they are all over the ball, and they're not going to give Valley West much of a chance to breathe, if at all possible. Offensively, Ryan Lawbaugh, starting quarterback, will be coming into play here, and we'll see what Coach Carmen DiFrancesco and staff has drawn up to get things rolling for the Berwick Bulldogs. Lawbaugh under center. Takes the snap. He will hand this off to Alejandro Lopez, and Valley West defense is right there for it. Number 26, Zach McDaniels, and 36, I believe, Mikhail Henderson in on that tackle. So a good stop as Berwick tries to start things off with the running game to see if they're going to be able to penetrate the line.
2nd down and 8.
34, Jonathan Stosha in on that tackle. 2nd and 8. Lopez again keeps driving. He's able to muster another couple of yards. out to the 46-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Bulldogs.
6-yard line. Number 55, Nate Mooney on
Lopez
the Valley West tackle.
Gets met right away, but breaks free. A number of Spartans bringing him down. Lopez, if you watched last week's game, was bursting with energy. Tonight he'll be asked to carry the load of the carries. Aiden Mason, starting running back, is out with an illness, and the pass from Lawbog falls incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down, and Berwick will now have to punt. So a slow start for both teams as they try to test each other out.
Spartans defense holds on the first series of the evening.
Beautiful evening and a great crowd on hand for this rivalry, Wyoming Valley West and Berwick.
For Berwick standing at his 33.
Sean Sheptock to punt this one away. Good snap. Kick is away, and it takes a good roll. Good Berwick roll, and they will down this one back at the 17-yard line, and that is where Wyoming Valley West will have to get back to work.
Sheptock's punt rolls dead around the 17. 37-yard punt.
As we said, this is the first football game. This is the 4th week of the high school football season. This is the first time it has felt like football weather, meaning it's kind of overcast and cool. It was cool all day today. 62, 63 degrees to start the game. And people have jackets and blankets. The snap to Nastansky. And we're going to get a flag on the play.
The right side option is tackled behind the line of scrimmage by that Bulldog front. Penalty flag on the play.
And we're going to get a face mask against Berwick. So that will help Valley West. That'll move the chains. See if we can pick it up here. Dylan Nastansky taking the snap. Going to keep it himself. And right there was Mason Lawbaugh. As Nastansky tried to cut back, Lawbaugh has to grab on and winds up grabbing the helmet, and that's a face mask. Now it is a 1st and 10 for Valley West from their own 30-yard line. Nastansky back. Ryan Lawbaugh after him, and the ball comes loose. Scramble for the ball. It's going to roll out of bounds, so Valley West will maintain possession, but
the ball, it goes out of bounds.
It will move them back further, back to the 22-yard line. That'll bring up a 2nd and 18 now. Ryan Lawbaugh coming in from the bottom of the screen untouched. Dylan Nastansky never sees him coming, gets ready to throw, and gets hammered as he's getting ready back to throw. Mason Lawbaugh trying to get to this, but it will roll out of bounds. Valley West will maintain possession, but they're now further back, 2nd and 18 for the Spartans. And Valley West wants to call a timeout.
Their first in the contest.
And so because they're taking a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well. You're watching high school football, Wyoming Valley West at Berwick, right here on Atlantic Broadband, Channel 10.
The O'Neill is a magical place. We are the launch pad of the American theater. When a piece is with us, it is going next to stages in Hollywood, stages on Broadway, stages in London. We need to be connected to the world. What we wanted with programming required better connectivity. Atlantic Broadband was there from day one. It is key to have a provider that is reliable and creates bespoke solutions for our unique way of doing business.
Also, where we welcome in Lisa Salters. I want to ask you, Lisa, Philly, I don't know what their approach is going to be tonight because this is a tough road test once again.
Yeah, Michelle. Well, think about this. The Sixers had...
What's that one, Dad?
That is Ursa Major.
Cool. Does Mom know we're up here?
Mom knows everything.
We're back. Valley West called a timeout to talk things over. 2nd and 18. We'll see what the coaching staff has come up with on this. Looking to throw across the middle. Another flag coming up at the end as the play actually starts. Pass is incomplete. We'll see if this penalty is against. It's a hold against Valley West, so that'll be declined. So an incomplete pass brings up a 3rd and 18 now. Coach Jack Baranski of Valley West and staff trying to come up with a quick play to get some yardage back.
Bulldogs decline the penalty, and that will bring up a 3rd and 18.
Valley West coming off a pretty big loss to Crestwood last week. And the week before that, they lost a close one to Hazleton, but that is where starting quarterback Dante Rhodes was injured. And last week in Crestwood, some defensive people are out for Valley West, so they're hurting personnel-wise. Good pass. It's caught. Little screen to Nasir Gardner. Will go out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Not enough for the first down, so it will have to be a punt again for Wyoming Valley West. Nastansky takes the snap. Gardner gets open, makes the catch. Hit right there by Mason Lawbaugh and Dallas Schechterly. 4th and 16 for the Spartans. They're going to have to punt this one away. And there goes the kick. Back to midfield, and it is a fair catch called for by Tegan Wilk at the Berwick 48-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will get to work with their second series of the game. First one wound up going 3 and out. Reminder that we've got some other great programs this weekend for you and the rest of the week as well, including Remembering When. This is a great program, about 15 minutes in length. It's just a nice little break in your day. It's featuring all kinds of videos from yesteryear about the way life used to be, and it's usually on twice a day unless we've got a game or something interrupting that. Get a chance to watch for it. Look for it in your local listings, Remembering When. Lawbaugh back to throw. Screen nearly picked off, but it is caught by Eric Montez, who continues to battle after the play. Winds up getting down to the 37-yard line.
Before he's knocked out of bounds. Picking up a Bulldog. First down.
Ryan Lawbaugh faking the snap under pressure. Gets the pass away. Eric Montez turns around. One head grabs it at the 50-yard line. Goes 10, 12, 15 yards before he goes down. So a good catch by Eric Montez. Berwick on the move. 1st and 10 from the Valley West 37-yard line. Hand off to Lopez. Lopez has got room to run. Out past the 30 to the 25 and down to about the 24-yard line.
First down. Gain of 12 to the West 25.
Berwick marching right along. Alejandro Lopez here taking the handoff from Lawbaugh. Cuts to his left, then back to his right. Finds some running room and picks up another Berwick area first down. Back to live action. Lopez getting the pitch. Taken off upfield and tackled from behind.
Lopez on the right side play.
By number 26, Zach McDaniels. Puts the ball at the 14-yard line.
Sergeant tackle. Number 26, Zach McDaniels. Picks up 11 and another first down.
Lawbaugh pitches it out to Alejandro Lopez. Offensive line opens up a gap. Lopez sees it, takes off. Finally brought down at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10 for Berwick. Lopez again gets the call.
Lopez
gets maybe 2 or 3 yards on that carry. Bring up a 2nd and 8. Law ball. Fakes it to Montez. Lopez takes it. Met at the line of scrimmage, but falls forward for 2 yards. 2nd and 8 now for the Berwick area Bulldogs, and they are threatening here in the first quarter with 5:35 to play. Tegan Wilk out to the left. Lawbaugh throws across the middle, caught, and in there for the first touchdown of the game, number 36, Dallas Schechterly, getting the first score of the game for Berwick. They go up 6-0. Well-designed play. Lawbaugh, quick toss to Schechterly over the middle. He breaks free of 2 defenders and waltzes in for the touchdown. Berwick goes out in front 6-0. Brendan Hinkle for the extra point. It is up, and it is good. And Berwick goes out in front in this one 7-0 with 5:25 to play in the first quarter. You're watching high school football on Atlantic Broadband, Channel 10.
As a community bank, First Columbia Bank and Trust knows the value of helping our young people dream, excel, and reach their goals. For more than 118 years, First Columbia has been committed to helping our communities prosper and our youth succeed. We're proud to invest in our youth through athletics, the arts, and education. First Columbia Bank and Trust, every step of the way.
Your hometown bank, the first place to go for your big time plans. Together we'll grow every step of the way. First Columbia Bank.
When you buy or sell with Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty, you get the full support of our team, providing personal, powerful, professional service. A market leader for more than 30 years, helping generations of buyers and sellers make their home dreams come true. Our award-winning team will help you every step of the way. Movers aren't included, but clients get free use of our moving truck. We're the only realtors offering this service in our market. Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty. All right, welcome back. Berwick about to kick off again after marching 52 yards downfield for the first score of the game. Eric Montez will kick this one off.
Montez to kick off.
It is taken back and bobbled at the 6-yard line. This is Jeremiah Williams, and he will get out past the 20.
Fielding the ball at his 5-yard line. Return out.
Brought down at the 22, and that's where the Spartans will get back to work. 52-yard drive by Berwick, capped off with this 12-yard touchdown pass over the middle to Dallas Schechterly, who breaks free of a couple of tackles, and it is 7-0 Berwick. Dylan Nastansky, quick handoff to number 42, Brendan Woods, who rolls around a little bit, muscles his way through for a couple of yards. Handoff to Woods. Turns around, goes backwards a little bit, keeps driving. Picks up 2 yards on the play, and we're going to have a timeout on the field due to an injury. So we'll continue with Wyoming Valley West at Berwick after this. You're watching high school football on Atlantic Broadband, Channel 10. The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, celebrating 20 years as a regional philanthropic organization. With over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund, more than $2.2 million in grant monies is awarded annually to local nonprofits and students to promote education, health and wellness, self-sustainability, recreation, and more. Accredited with national standards for U.S. community foundations for having the highest standards for philanthropic excellence, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is here for you. For good, forever.
Get ready for the 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th, featuring harness racing, a tractor and truck pull, modified truck, SUV, minivan, and figure-8 racing, horse pulling, a demolition derby, and more. Plus, big names on the Weiss Market Grandstand. Rides and attractions from Amusements of America, livestock, agriculture, horticulture, rabbits, poultry, arts, crafts, and more every day. Buy all-day ride passes, concert tickets, fair admission, and for a limited time, buy your weekly badges for just $35 at BloomsburgFair.com. The 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania.
Hard to believe the Bloomsburg Fair is just a week away. If you're watching this over the weekend, next weekend, it's Bloomsburg Fair time already. Back to action after an injury timeout, 2nd and 8. And a quick handoff there to Darius Redgard, and he's going to go nowhere fast. It's going to be a loss. Berwick defense swallowing that play up.
Darius Redgard on the carry. He is tackled for a loss in the backfield.
Nastansky, freshman quarterback, coming in relief of their injured starting quarterback for Valley West. They'll hand it off to Darius Redgard, who is going to wind up with a loss on that play. It'll be 3rd and 10. They take it back to the original line of scrimmage following the first Berwick touchdown. 4:10 to go in the first quarter. Nastansky, quick throw out to the side. It is caught. Cutting back is Nasir Gardner. He's going to get wrapped up in the backfield by Eric Montez for another loss, and it'll bring up a 4th down for the Wyoming Valley West Spartans, who are just not able to get anything started against this strong Berwick defense. Dylan Nastansky, a quick screen over to Nasir Gardner, who makes the catch. Sees a lot of blue shirts in front of him, cuts back. But Eric Montez is right there in the backfield. He wraps him up and takes him down. 4th and 17 for the Spartans. They'll have to punt this one away. Bad snap recovered, so low kick. Does take a Valley West bounce and a little bit of a handoff that goes nowhere. Tegan Wilk makes the grab and hands it off to Antonio Barata going the other direction. Valley West doesn't fall for it. Berwick gets the ball at their own 49-yard line.
Tackled at the Berwick 49.
So a decent kick despite a bad snap. This one will get pulled in by Tegan Wilk on a hop back at the 48-yard line. He'll hand this one off to Barata, who tries to move upfield, and he gets hit right away by number 7, Connor Olazuski. 3:15 to play in the first quarter. Berwick ahead, 7-0. Ryan Lawbaugh under center, and you saw the jump.
Penalty flag on the play.
Berwick will get a 5-yard advantage on this one. Encroachment against the Valley West Spartans.
Against the Spartans.
So a hard count, made one of the linemen jump.
From the Valley West 46.
Berwick will now have the ball up at the Valley West 46-yard line, and it's 1st and 5. Play being called. Bulldogs coming up to the line. Lawbaugh under center. And he will fake it. Throw it downfield. And just out of reach of Sean Sheptock. Be a 2nd and 5 coming up now for Berwick. Berwick fans holding their breath on that pass. Lawbaugh with time. Lets it fly. Trying to get this to Sheptock. Just out of reach. Tyler Weedman guarding him. Out of his reach as well. 2nd and 5 now for the Bulldogs. 3:10 to play in the first quarter. And now Lawbaugh will get called for illegal procedure. And that'll back Berwick back up to the original line of scrimmage and bring up a 2nd and 10. He tried for a hard count, saw some of the defensive linemen of Valley West move, and instinctively moved his left leg back, or right leg back, which drew the penalty. 2nd and 10. Lawbaugh in the shotgun position. Takes the snap. Fakes it to Hondro. And takes off with himself. Gets out past the 40-yard line. Down to the 38. And that's enough for a Berwick first down. So Ryan Lawbaugh on the quarterback keeper. Good fake to Alejandro Lopez right here. Waits till they bite on it. And then finds that gap for being brought down. Ball is at the 37-yard line, 38-yard line. First and 10 for Berwick. 2:40 to play here in the first quarter. Lawbaugh fakes it. He's going to go for it all on this. Tegan Wilk back there, and Wiegand will catch it. And it's another Berwick touchdown. Tegan Wilk takes a bow. Somehow he's able to make sure he catches that ball. Ryan Lawbaugh, 38-yard touchdown play. Tegan Wilk back there. Bobbles a little bit and hangs on and waltzes into the end zone, working against Jeremiah Williams there. It's now 13-0. Berwick. Brendan Hinkle with the point after. And it is good. Berwick goes up 14-0 on a Ryan Lawbaugh pass to Tegan Wilk, who despite being well guarded, manages to hang on to the ball and wander into the end zone for the second touchdown of the game for Berwick. Score is 14-0, 2:30 to play in the first quarter.
As a community bank, First Columbia Bank and Trust knows the value of helping our young people dream, excel, and reach their goals. For more than 118 years, First Columbia has been committed to helping our communities prosper and our youth succeed. We're proud to invest in our youth through athletics, the arts, and education. First Columbia Bank and Trust, every step of the way.
Your hometown bank, the first place to go for your big time plans. Together we'll grow every step of the way. First Columbia Bank.
When you buy or sell with Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty, you get the full support of our team, providing personal, powerful, professional service. A market leader for more than 30 years, helping generations of buyers and sellers make their home dreams come true. Our award-winning team will help you every step of the way. Movers aren't included, but clients get free use of our moving truck. We're the only realtors offering this service in our market. Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty. All right, welcome back to Wyoming Valley West at Berwick. We're about to get the ensuing kickoff after the second touchdown of the day for the Berwick area Bulldogs. Eric Montez will kick this one off. Good kick. Back at the 10-yard line again. A bobble by Williams. Picks it back up, looking for some room to run, being chased. Works his way outside. Up the sideline and out of bounds, and you saw flags come in all over the place at the end of that one.
Jeremiah Williams on the return, penalty flag on the play. And it's holding.
It's a hold against Valley West, so that's going to back him up from where the went out of bounds. One more look at that Ryan Lawbaugh pass, 38-yarder. When you figure in the entire play to Tegan Wilk, Williams is on it. But Wilk manages to grab it before it touches the ground, sets it down. Berwick now out in front, 14-0. Penalty puts the Valley West Spartans back at their 7-yard line, where they will face a 1st and 10 following the kickoff and the holding penalties. Nastansky looking to throw. Has time, threads it, but it's picked off by Schechterle, and Berwick is going to get another touchdown. Bing, bang, and zoom. 20-0. Berwick out in front here in the first quarter. So an ill-advised throw by Valley West gives Berwick their 3rd touchdown of the game, as it is intercepted by Dallas Schechterle. at about the 16-yard line. Point after coming. Brendan Hinkle, the kicker. Wilk is the holder. The snap and the extra point is up, and it is good. Berwick goes up in this one by a score of 21-0. Here's a look again at the touchdown play. Is Dylan Nastansky looking to throw. He's going to throw this into traffic, and Dallas Schecterle is going to step right in front of it at the 16-yard line and then run it back 16 yards for yet another Berwick touchdown. That one in the span of about 15 seconds. So again, an ill-advised throw by Nastansky, trying to get to Darius Redguard, but Schecterle steps in front of it, picks it off, runs it back 16 yards for the third Berwick touchdown of the quarter. They now lead 21-0 with 2:14 to play here in the first quarter of this game. Getting ready for the ensuing kickoff. And again, 16 seconds between the two touchdowns for Berwick. Montez will kick this one away. And that one goes over the head of Nasir Gardner. He picks it up, does some moves, and takes off up the sideline. Nasir Gardner heading up the sideline. Did a great job running that one back, finding a hole, gets it up past the 40-yard line before being knocked out of bounds at the 43-yard line. So by the time Gardner had picked up that kickoff, he was back when he got control of it all the way at the half-yard line. Goes to his left and back to his right, and the chase is on. Up the sideline past the 30, the 40. Eric Montez right there to put a stop to the whole drive, the whole run back. Knocked out of bounds at the 43-yard line. 43-yard kickoff return by Nasir Gardner. And we'll see if the Valley West Spartans can capitalize on this, and at the moment they cannot. Little screen to Salim Diop. Possible yard loss on the play.
Salim Diop, and he is tackled quickly by the Bulldog defense for no gain on the passing play. 2nd and 10.
So they'll spot it where it occurred. Nastansky across the middle. That one is pulled in by Salim Diop. Ball is placed at the 46-yard line. So a short 3-yard gain, but a gain nonetheless. And a penalty flag. Illegal procedure against Valley West. So this play right here, which looked like they were finally going to get some momentum going, and a penalty makes it all for naught, or not. Backs them up another 5 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 15 now for the Spartans. But a good running catch by Diop. Nastansky, again a freshman quarterback, coming in this season to take over for Dante Rhodes, who was injured in a game against Hazleton. Flags fly again.
On the play before the snap.
And another illegal procedure against Valley West. As you can see, the line is moving before the ball is snapped. So they're going to have to reevaluate.
20 from the 33-yard line.
Figure out what's going on with that count. 2nd and 20 now for Wyoming Valley West. Referees want to confer. Maybe talk to the front line a little bit. And here we go, a 2nd and 20 with less than a minute to play in the first quarter. Dylan Nastansky back. So that line move again before the ball was snapped, but no call. And it is number 84, Antonio Barretta, putting a stop to that play. 3rd and maybe got a couple of yards on that. 3rd and 17.
Gain of 4. 3rd and 15.
They're calling it close. Watch the snap and the people moving. There's movement right there before the ball is snapped, but no call. Catch is completed to Jeremiah Williams, but it was not a whole lot. They're going to let the clock run out. And that is where the first quarter will come to an end. Berwick leading Wyoming Valley West by a score of 21-0. Back with the second quarter after this. You're watching high school football on Atlantic Broadband, Channel 10. The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, celebrating 20 years as a regional philanthropic organization. With over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund, more than $2.2 million in grant monies is awarded annually to local nonprofits and students to promote education, health and wellness, self-sustainability, recreation, and more. Accredited with national standards for U.S. community foundations for having the highest standards for philanthropic excellence, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is here for you. For good, forever.
Get ready for the 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th, featuring harness racing, tractor and truck pull, modified truck, SUV, minivan, and figure-8 racing, horse pulling, a demolition derby, and more. Plus, big names on the Weiss Market Grandstand. Rides and attractions from Amusements of America, livestock, agriculture, horticulture, rabbits, poultry, arts, crafts, and more every day. Buy all-day ride passes, concert tickets, fair admission, and for a limited time, buy your weekly badges for just $35 at BloomsburgFair.com. The 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania.
And there's also harness racing next weekend at the Bloomsburg Fairgrounds, Friday and Saturday. You're invited to stop on by and enjoy the harness racing. Second quarter about to get underway. Berwick out in front, 21-0 after the first quarter. 3rd and 16. Dylan Nastansky for Valley West taking the snap. Goes for it all the way down, and a one-handed grab by Salem Diop. Makes the call. It's put down at the 20 or 34-yard line of Berwick. So a great grab. And Valley West finally has something going after some ill timing. Again, there's some concern as to whether there's some movement again before the ball is snapped, but they'll let it fly. Diop right here will make the grab. One-handed, working against Peyton Williams. Handoff. And Nastansky will keep it himself, get a couple of yards.
Quarterback carry on the play. Ryan Myers picks up 4 yards. Ryan Lawball with the tackle.
We're in the second quarter now, so there's 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Berwick scored 3 in the first quarter. And Nastansky, low snap, takes off with the ball. He's finally met initially at the line of scrimmage by Peyton Williams.
Off the right side is stopped by Berwick linebacker Mike Zaluto, number 55 on the tackle.
Nastansky here on a 2nd and 6. And number 55 in on that one as well. That's Mike Zalutko. 3rd and 2 for the Wyoming Valley West Spartans, trying to get on board score-wise. They pitch it out to Zach McDaniels, and Tegan Wilkes strips the ball.
Left side sweep.
Berwick says they have it.
Valley West recovers the fumble.
And Valley West somehow gets on it, but that will bring up a 4th down.
8-yard loss on the play.
Nastansky is going to turn around, pitch this one out to Zach McDaniels. McDaniels tries to turn it upfield. Here comes Tegan Wilk. Spins him and strips the ball out right there. Beautiful play. Looked like Dallas Schechterly was going to get on that, but it bounced out, and Valley West wound up with the ball. It'll bring up 4th and 8. And they're at the Berwick 32-yard line. They're going to go for it. And they'll blow the play dead.
Penalty flag on the play.
And it is against Valley West.
Penalty makes it 4th and 13 for the Spartans.
And they're still going to go for it. Nastansky back. Looking to throw. Goes all the way downfield, trying to get this one downfield, and it is intercepted by Preston Robbins down at the 7-yard line.
At the 7-yard line. Berwick will take over.
Taking a look to see if we can catch that. You can see it coming across the screen right at the last second. It is caught by Preston Robbins at the 7-yard line, so that's where Berwick will take over after the interception. It was 4th down anyway. Some question as to whether you should have caught that. Maybe just batted it down. You'd get the ball back at the 37-yard line. No matter what, Berwick has the ball. They do have the lead, 21-0, and the fans are happy here in the stands. DVDs of this game available. dfarley at atlanticbb.com. Email us, and we'll email you back an order form. Back to action. Ryan Lawbaugh takes the snap, drives forward, gets out past the 10, maybe to the 12-yard line. Blaine Cleaver actually in at quarterback. It looks like number 9. So they're giving Ryan Lawbaugh a little break. Blaine Cleaver coming in as a backup quarterback here. Junior getting in some practice because he'll more than likely lead the team next year. Cleaver hands it off. Lopez, and he is caught right there by Jonathan Stosia.
Hand off right side to...
And they lose a yard. Nope, they're going to place it back at the 11-yard line, so it'll bring up a 3rd.
Short gain on the play.
And 6.
Of 1. 3rd.
Cleaver hands it off to Alejandro Lopez.
For the Bulldogs.
Who gets stood up at the line of scrimmage, and we're going to get a timeout on the field.
Timeout on the field called by the Bulldogs first.
So with 8 minutes to play in the half, it's Berwick 21 and Valley West nothing. We'll remind you again that DVDs of this game are available, as are all the games available that you've seen this season here on Atlantic Broadband Channel 10. They are $25 each. To get one, email us at dfarley at atlanticbb.com or go to the Atlantic Broadband Facebook page. Look for information about today's game. There's also an order form attached. Print that out, fill it out, mail it in with your payment, and we'll get it to you ASAP. Again, DVD is available from Atlantic Broadband Channel 10. We are about to get back to action. We got a timeout on the field. So rather than take another commercial break right here, we're going to show you the house that George built, God Family Football. It's George Curry Fieldhouse on the far side of the field. And we understand that the ball clubs are about to come back out. So you're watching Wyoming Valley West at Berwick High School football here on Atlantic Broadband Channel 10. 3rd and 6. Cleaver will take the ball. Muscles his way forward. Out to the 17-yard line. We'll see if that was enough to get the first down for Berwick.
To the 22-yard line, close to a first down.
Blaine Cleaver On a 3rd and 6. Muscles his way forward and falls forward. Gets past Salem Diop. And the referee says it is a first down for Berwick. 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Blaine Cleaver playing quarterback at the moment. Takes the snap, hands it off to Lopez, and Valley West sees that coming all the way. Number 34, Jonathan Stosha, in on that tackle. That one for a loss. That'll bring up a 2nd and maybe 12. Cleaver
loses a yard
with the handoff.
And 11 from the Berwick 16.
26 in there as well, Zach McDaniels. Lost a yard on the play. 2nd and 11. Blaine Cleaver back to play quarterback. Fakes the handoff. And again, Valley West reading that one all the way. A quick takedown for another loss. That'll bring up a 3rd and long for the Berwick Bulldogs.
They lose 3 yards on the play.
Blaine Cleaver fakes it to Lopez. Right there to wrap him up is number 42, Brendan Woods. 3rd and 13 now for the Berwick area Bulldogs. Defense for the Spartans. Coming up big here against the run. Blaine Cleaver now playing quarterback for the Bulldogs. Back to throw. Across the middle. And it is caught by number 11, Preston Robbins, for a big gain, a 1st down for Berwick.
And it's a Berwick 1st down.
Blaine Cleaver going back, looking, got time. Preston Robbins going across the middle, reaches up for it, pulls it down, gets out past the 40-yard line. They'll place the ball at the 41. So a big gain for Berwick. 1st and 10. And Cleaver will keep it himself this time, breaking a tackle, breaking another tackle. Still on his feet, and a big run by Blaine Cleaver keeps the ball moving into Wyoming Valley West territory. Ball is down at the 34-yard line. So Blaine Cleaver right here faking the handoff to Alejandro Lopez. Almost goes down when Lopez gets taken down. Breaks a tackle or two right there. Stays on his feet. Keeps moving. Breaks out of another tackle. Finally brought down from behind by Jonathan Stosha, but not before a big gain. Lopez. Valley West all over that play.
Lopez, right side.
A 2nd and 10 now.
Met by a host of Spartans.
Play coming in from the sideline.
Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd and 11 from the 35.
2nd and 11, as you heard field announcer Gary Kreischer say. Blaine Cleaver rolling out. Got some trouble going on, and 1, 2, 3 Valley West players take him down in the backfield. And might be another loss. Might be a 3rd and 12 or 11.
Jason Pearson on the Valley West tackle.
So great job by the Valley West offensive line or defensive line getting to Cleaver before he can do anything. And Berwick is facing a 3rd and long situation. Blaine Cleaver coming in for this series in replace of Ryan Lawbaugh. Cleaver back to throw. Being pressured, screen across the middle, and nobody's there to catch it.
Short side pass
and that'll bring up a 4th and 12.
Incomplete.
Ball is at the 36-yard line of Wyoming Valley West. We'll see if they bring in Sean Sheptock to punt. And we're going to get a timeout on the field. Berwick takes their timeout. 3:52 to go in the first half. Berwick out in front, 21-0.
As a community bank, First Columbia Bank and Trust knows the value of helping our young people dream, excel, and reach their goals. For more than 118 years, First Columbia has been committed to helping our communities prosper and our youth succeed. We're proud to invest in our youth through athletics, the arts, and education. First Columbia Bank and Trust, every step of the way.
Your hometown bank, the first place to go for your big time plans. Together we'll grow every step of the way. First Columbia Bank.
When you buy or sell with Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty, you get the full support of our team, providing personal, powerful, professional service. A market leader for more than 30 years, helping generations of buyers and sellers make their home dreams come true. Our award-winning team will help you every step of the way. Movers aren't included, but clients get free use of our moving truck. We're the only realtors offering this service in our market. Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty. All right, welcome back. We had a timeout by Berwick facing a 4th and 12. They were trying to decide whether they wanted to punt or go for it, and it looks as if they've decided to punt. Sean Sheptock is back at midfield. He will kick this away lightly. Hope to put this one back further, and it goes out at about 5-yard line. Referee says the 4, and that is where Valley West will take over with 3:45 to play in the first half. So far, Valley West hasn't been able to muster a whole lot. They had a couple of good plays on their last series, but in the end, it wound up with nothing. We took a look at one of the many food stands around Crispin Field here. We could smell those burgers all the way across field here on top of the press box. It smells really good. And of course, being a nice crisp fall evening,
Spartans.
Football weather.
1st and 10 at their 5-yard line.
It all comes together and makes you feel like, yep, it's football season. Valley West. Nastansky keeps it himself, and he is hit hard by Tegan Wilk, who tonight looks like he's having way too much fun out there. But he plays hard, and it pays off.
On the carry.
Short gain. Valley West trying to give themselves some room to work.
2 yards on the play.
Back at the 5-yard line. Tegan Wilk right there.
8.
Putting Dylan Nastansky down. 3-yard gain. 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 now for Valley West. 3 minutes to go in the half. Nastansky hands it off. Schechterly is there to bring down the running back.
On the carry. Dallas Schechterly, Berwick tackle.
I think Zach McDaniels was the carrier. We'll see. And a timeout is called by Berwick once again.
3rd and final in the first half.
Dylan Nastansky at quarterback. Hands it off. It is number 26, Zach McDaniels. He goes around the left side. Nothing there. 3rd and 4 for Wyoming Valley West with 2:53 to play here in the first half. Berwick just took their final time out of the half. They lead 21-0. The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, celebrating 20 years as a regional philanthropic organization. With over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund, more than $2.2 million in grant monies is awarded annually to local nonprofits and students to promote education, health and wellness, self-sustainability, recreation, and more. Accredited with national standards for U.S. community foundations for having the highest standards for philanthropic excellence, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is here for you, for good, forever. And we are back. Valley West at Berwick. Berwick called a timeout. Valley West facing a 3rd and 4 with 2:53 to go here in the first half. Valley West needs a first down. They need to get the ball rolling. They're down 21-0. Nastansky waiting. Trying to do a hard count to draw the players off sides. And that doesn't happen. And so Valley West has to call a timeout. Again, 2:53 to play in the half. Berwick out in front 21-0. It's high school football here on Atlantic Broadband, Channel 10.
Get ready for the 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th, featuring harness racing, a tractor and truck pull, modified truck, SUV, minivan, and figure eight racing, horse pulling, a demolition derby, and more. Plus, big names on the Weiss Market Grandstand. Rides and attractions from Amusements of America, livestock, agriculture, horticulture, rabbits, poultry, arts, crafts, and more every day. Buy all-day ride passes, concert tickets, fair admission, and for a limited time, buy your weekly badges for just $35 at BloomsburgFair.com. The 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania.
All right, welcome back. Valley West at Berwick. 3rd and 4 for the Spartans.
From the 12-yard line.
As they try to figure out how to get back into this game. Nastansky takes it himself, and he's going to get wrapped up. He's got there close to the first down marker. And he may be coming up short.
Carried by Nastansky.
Needed to get to the
of the first down. 4th and 1 from the 15.
16-yard line and couldn't quite get there. Berwick defense holding against the run at this point. Gets out to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 4th and 2 for the Spartans. 2:10 to go. And they're letting the play clock go.
Timeout called on the field by Valley West.
And Valley West will now call the timeout. With 2:05 to play here in the first half. Berwick out in front 21-0. We'll remind you again that coming up on Atlantic Broadband Channel 10 Sports-wise, before we take our Bloomsburg Fair break, next week we've got, hopefully if the weather holds out, Monday night there's some iffy weather, so we'll see whether this happens tonight. But Benton girls at Millville Soccer. Monday we'll be taping that, have it for you Tuesday. We'll also have Warrior Run at Central Columbia boys soccer. That'll be next week. We've got Votech at Benton girls soccer next week, and Danville at Central Columbia field hockey. All coming up next week as well, right here on Atlantic Broadband Channel 10. Then we'll have a couple of Fridays off for the Bloomsburg Fair, and we'll be back with the rest of the season. Hanover area at Northwest, Berwick at Crestwood. We've got Central Columbia at Lewisburg, and still more after that. Valley West elects to punt. And it takes a Berwick bounce and goes backwards. They'll stop it at the 32-yard line. That's where Berwick will get the ball back with 1:56 to play here in the first half. So as I was saying, football-wise, we've got last Hanover area at Northwest on the 4th of October. Berwick at Crestwood the 11th. We'll be doing Central Columbia at Lewisburg on the 18th of October, and we'll finish the season with Wilkes-Barre area, that brand new Wilkes-Barre area combined team, as we look at the Wyoming Valley West Marching Band getting ready to take the field. The final game of the season, Wilkes-Barre area at Berwick. We'll have that for you here on Atlantic Broadband Channel 10. Everybody's looking ahead to the Dallas and Valley View games as well for Berwick. Right now they're 3-0 and out in front in this game. Ryan Lawball back at quarterback across the middle, and it is caught by Blaine Cleaver. Ball was at the 32-yard line. He winds up down the 12-yard line, so a 20-yard pass completion by Berwick.
20-yard completion to the tight end.
Lawball to Blaine Cleaver, who pulls that one in. Brought down by number 7, Connor Olazewski, but not before a 20-yard gain. Lawball keeps it himself, and he's in for the Berwick touchdown. 4th touchdown of the game for Berwick, a 12-yard run, and Ryan Lawball gets a touchdown against Wyoming Valley West. Berwick is out in front in this one by a score of 27-0, as they're putting on an offensive show and a defensive show here tonight against a weakened Valley West team. Ryan Lawbaugh puts his shoulders down, gets bounced around, but still manages to get over the end line for the fourth touchdown of the game. Berwick out in front in this one, 27-0. Brendan Hinkle with the extra point. It is good, so we'll make that 28-0. 1:22 to play in the half. And Valley West, we believe, is feeling like we can't get this half over quick enough. We'll be back with more after this. High school football on Atlantic Broadband, Channel 10.
As a community bank, First Columbia Bank and Trust knows the value of helping our young people dream, excel, and reach their goals. For more than 118 years, First Columbia has been committed to helping our communities prosper and our youth succeed. We're proud to invest in our youth through athletics, the arts, and education. First Columbia Bank and Trust, every step of the way.
Your hometown bank, the first place to go for your big time plans. Together we'll grow every step of the way. First Columbia Bank.
Teams come back out to the field in a hurry as Berwick gets ready for the ensuing kickoff after getting their fourth touchdown of the game. A 12-yard run by Ryan Lawbaugh. Waiting for the kick. Eric Montez is back there. 1:22 to go here in the first half. The kick is away. Taken back at the 15-yard line by number 5, Darius Redgard. He goes up the sideline to about the 41-yard line. So a good run back. At the 15, Redgard over the 25 was 15, 20, 25, 26 yards before he's driven out of bounds. So a good return by Redgard. That's twice Valley West has had a good return.
First and 10 from the 39.
Nastansky with the handoff. The ball comes out. And Nastansky is going to come up with the ball, I believe.
West keeps possession.
So a missed handoff here.
But a 5-yard
Dylan Nastansky.
The running play with the fumble.
Pops that one in, but the ball comes out right away. And Nastansky right there, you can see, is able to pull that one out. It'll be a 2nd and 10 now for Valley West. Actually, the ball is going to be back at the 16-yard line. 2nd and 16. You can see the clock running. 35 seconds. They're waiting for the clock to run down. The play clock will finish them up. They'll take a knee, and that is where the first half will come to an end, with the score being Berwick 28 and Wyoming Valley West nothing. Normally a very competitive game between these two teams. Valley West dealing with a lot of injuries, and because of that, it is a big factor in this game against a strong defensive Berwick team, and in this game a big offensive team as well. Letting the clock run out. 2 seconds, 1 second, and we are at halftime. Wyoming Valley West and Berwick. Berwick leads 28-0. We're going to come back with the second half highlights and take a listen to both high school marching bands. That's coming up next on Atlantic Broadband, Channel 10.
When you buy or sell with Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty, you get the full support of our team, providing personal, powerful, professional service. A market leader for more than 30 years, helping generations of buyers and sellers make their home dreams come true. Our award-winning team will help you every step of the way. Movers aren't included, but clients get free use of our moving truck. We're the only realtors offering this service in our market. Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty. The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, celebrating 20 years as a regional philanthropic organization. With over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund, more than $2.2 million in grant monies is awarded annually to local nonprofits and students to promote education, health and wellness, self-sustainability, recreation, and more. Accredited with national standards for U.S. community foundations for having the highest standards for philanthropic excellence, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is here for you. For good, forever.
Get ready for the 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th, featuring harness racing, a tractor and truck pull, modified truck, SUV, minivan, and figure eight racing, horse pulling, a demolition derby, and more. Plus, big names on the Weiss Market Grandstand. Rides and attractions from Amusements of America, livestock, agriculture, horticulture, rabbits, poultry, arts, crafts, and more every day. Buy all-day ride passes, concert tickets, fair admission, and for a limited time, buy your weekly badges for just $35 at BloomsburgFair.com. The 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania.
Hard to believe that is coming up already. The Wyoming Valley West Spartans marching band setting up on field, and we're seeing something about Lion King maybe, but we'll get to that in just a few moments. First off, some replays for you. First touchdown of the game, courtesy of Berwick from their own 12-yard line. Here is Ryan Lawbaugh, takes the handoff. He will go across to Dallas Schechterly, who goes for 12 yards. Berwick ahead 7-0 at that point with the extra kick. Then back at the 38-yard line, it's Ryan Lawbaugh back to throw. He lets it fly. Looking to get this one to Tegan Wilk, being guarded by Jeremiah Williams. The ball comes up and out, but Tegan Wilk somehow manages to hang onto the ball and gets the touchdown. It is 14-0. Berwick out in front in this game. Valley West with a nice play right here. Looking to get something started. Coming up, picked off. Dallas Schechterly at the 12-yard line, runs it back in, interception and a touchdown, a pick six. Berwick ahead 21-0. That's all in the first quarter. Second quarter action. Valley West has some nice run backs. This one got away from Nasir Gardner, who winds up back at his half-yard line, but this one he's able to bring it back due to some good eyesight all the way back to the 42 or 3-yard line before being knocked out of bounds, so an actual good run back. Valley West here with a nice catch. Dylan Nastansky is the quarterback. Low snap, still gets the ball away, and Salem Diop pulls that one in somehow, even though he's being well guarded right there by Peyton Williams. A big catch, but it wound up for nothing. Berwick defense shining again. Dylan Nastansky with a pitch out to number 26, Zach McDaniels. Tegan Wilkes sees this coming, runs in there and then strips the ball out. But somehow Valley West still manages to maintain possession, although for a big loss. Blaine Cleaver right here. Berwick with the ball. 6:20 to go on the half. Back at the 14-yard line, goes across the middle and manages to get that one to Preston Robbins for a big catch and a big completion, needing it for the first down. Then Blaine Cleaver right here fakes the handoff to Lopez, keeps it himself, gets knocked around in the backfield, still manages to break free and break 1, 2, 3, and 4. Finally brought down, but not before another big gain. Berwick again with another big catch. Ryan Lawbaugh back in the game at quarterback. This one back at the 32-yard line across the middle to Blaine Cleaver, who winds up down around the 12-yard line. And on the ensuing play, it is quarterback Ryan Lawbaugh on the quarterback keeper. Finds a gap, takes off towards the goal line, drops those shoulders, and winds up over the end line and into the end zone. And Berwick leads in this one by a score of 28-0. We have got the Valley West Spartans on the field, and they're doing a tribute to the Lion King. Let's take a listen to the Valley West Spartans marching band. Wyoming Valley West Marching Band doing a great job with the Lion King soundtrack. Earlier, before the game, we had the combined bands of the Berwick High School and Middle School performing here at the Bloomsburg Fair, at the Crispin Field, pardon me. And let's take a listen to them. That is the combined Berwick area high school marching band and middle school bands performing. Over 200 kids out there on the field enjoying their afternoon and evening here at Crispin Field in Berwick. We are going to take a little break as the Spartans make their way off field. We will come back with the continuation of the game. It's Berwick 28, Wyoming Valley West nothing, and we're at halftime.
As a community bank, First Columbia Bank and Trust knows the value of helping our young people dream, excel, and reach their goals. For more than 118 years, First Columbia has been committed to helping our communities prosper and our youth succeed. We're proud to invest in our youth through athletics, the arts, and education. First Columbia Bank and Trust, every step of the way.
Your hometown bank, the first place to go for your big time plans. Together we'll grow every step of the way. First Columbia Bank.
When you buy or sell with Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty, you get the full support of our team, providing personal, powerful, professional service. A market leader for more than 30 years, helping generations of buyers and sellers make their home dreams come true. Our award-winning team will help you every step of the way. Movers aren't included, but clients get free use of our moving truck. We're the only realtors offering this service in our market. Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty. The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, celebrating 20 years as a regional philanthropic organization. With over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund, more than $2.2 million in grant monies is awarded annually to local nonprofits and students to promote education, health and wellness, self-sustainability, recreation, and more. Accredited with national standards for U.S. community foundations for having the highest standards for philanthropic excellence, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is here for you. For good, forever.
Get ready for the 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th, featuring harness racing, a tractor and truck pull, modified truck, SUV, minivan, and figure eight racing, horse pulling, a demolition derby, and more. Plus, big names on the Weiss Market Grandstand. Rides and attractions from Amusements of America, livestock, agriculture, horticulture, rabbits, poultry, arts, crafts, and more every day. Buy all-day ride passes, concert tickets, fair admission, and for a limited time, buy your weekly badges for just $35 at BloomsburgFair.com. The 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania.
Office hours aren't always 9 to 5, or even in the office. So how do you stay connected when you're on the go? With cloud-based hosted voice from Atlantic Broadband Business. offering cost-effective, enterprise-class calling features to keep you connected, whether you're in the office, on the road, or across the world. That's Hosted Voice from Atlantic Broadband Business. Partnership at work. Call us today or visit atlanticbb.com/business to schedule a free consultation.
Welcome back. Halftime is over. It's about time to start the third quarter, and Valley West will kick off to start the third quarter. And it's taken back there by Tegan Wilk, who's looking upfield, trying to outrun a few people. Gets up to the 40-yard line, close to the 38-yard line before he's finally brought down.
Kickoff return. Brings it out close to the 40-yard line where he's knocked out of bounds. Berwick's possession will begin 1st and 10 at their 40-yard line.
Thank you, Gary Kreischer, field announcer here at Crispin Field. Tegan Wilk on the run back, taking his time, looking upfield, trying to figure out where he can get some room to run. Being chased by a couple of Spartans. Finally makes it up to about the 37-yard line. They'll put the ball at the 39. Berwick 1st and 10. Ryan Lawbaugh, handoff to Alejandro Lopez, who this week has not been able to get a lot of running room. Ball was at the 39-yard line. It's up to the 41, so a 2-yard gain. It'll be a 2nd and 8 now for Berwick. Quick handoff to Lopez. Nothing there. Short gain. 2nd down. We're in the third quarter. Berwick out in front in this one, 28-0. 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, 1 in the second. They get this one out to Sean Sheptock, who gets up to the 45-yard line.
Free pass to the right.
Gets a couple more yards. That'll bring down a 3rd and 6 now for Berwick.
He picks up 5 yards and will bring up a 3rd and 2.
Sheptock with the catch. Good screen from Lawbaugh. He's stopped right there by Josh Kennedy. 46-yard line. Lawbaugh across the middle and a catch. And a drag by Blaine Cleaver to get the ball up at the 43-yard line of Valley West.
42-yard line. First down.
That'll be a first down. Ryan Lawbaugh turns, gets it across to Blaine Cleaver, and he drags a Valley West player with him. Number 16, Tyler Weedman. Big throw, and a big touchdown. Sean Sheptock with a 42-yard touchdown reception from Ryan Lawbaugh to begin the third quarter, and Berwick goes up 34-0.
58-yard touchdown.
Ball's at the 42-yard line. Lawbaugh lets it fly. Sheptock pulls this one in all by himself. So an easy 6 for Berwick. 34-0. Extra point is up and good. And it's 35-0. Berwick on top in this one.
10 minutes and 7 seconds remaining. Third
so again, Ryan Lawbaugh
35-0.
back, plenty of time. Sheptock, a speedster, takes off downfield, breaks away from Josh Kennedy, and he takes it in at the 1-yard line and scurries across the end line for the 5th touchdown of the game for Berwick. They now lead 35-0, and Berwick is putting on an offensive show here this evening against Valley West.
Winning at the junior class food stand on the south side of the field, the Valley West bleacher side.
Berwick ready for the kickoff, waiting for Valley West to get in position. Referees out there with Eric Montez. 10:07 to play here in the third quarter. And if my memory serves, at 35 points, you'll start getting into the mercy rule, where they'll probably just start letting the clock run.
Check for a tall print stamp. If you find the stamp, take your program to the First Columbia Bank stand.
Again, waiting for the ensuing kickoff.
Your surprise.
Everybody's ready. And here it comes. Berwick now in front, 35-0. Short kick. That one will go to Connor Oluski, who will bring it back to about the 41-yard line for it is stopped. And that is where Valley West will take over. An intentional short kick by Montez.
On the tackle. Valley West, 1st and 10.
About a 50-yard kick, pulled in there by Connor Oluski. He goes back across field, tries to turn it up, gets back up to about the 40-yard line. Wrapped up there by number 27, Evan Megan, in on the tackle. Going to be dropped for a yard loss on that play. It'll bring up a 2nd and 11 now.
Loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 from the West 39.
Valley West with the ball. 2nd and 11. Snap to Dylan Nastansky. The pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Dylan Nastansky down the center of the formation is incomplete. We'll bring up a 3rd down.
See if we can see who got a hand on that. Right at the throw. Looks like it was number 61, Ethan Hughes, getting a finger on that one as the throw. 3rd and 11 now for Valley West. Nastansky again to throw, and they just can't catch a break tonight. A little bit of a low throw to Nasir Gardner. Incomplete, and that'll bring down a 4th and 11, and Berwick will get the ball right back.
For the Spartans.
Berwick scoring 3 in the first quarter. Dallas Schechterly pulled one in from Ryan Lawbaugh, 12-yard pass. Tegan Wilk pulled in a 38-yard pass from Lawbaugh for the 2nd touchdown, and Dallas Schechterly intercepted the ball at the 15-yard line and ran back for the touchdown. That's the first 3 touchdowns of the game. Kickoff to Tegan Wilk. And fans don't like that. And they want a penalty.
Penalty flag on the play.
And a personal foul, but there was flags in the play, but don't think it was for that.
Penalty flag around the Berwick 45.
Referees conferring. It's a hold against Berwick.
And the Bulldogs will be penalized. 15 yards, 10 yards.
So a good kick. Tegan Wilk back there at the 30-yard line. Comes back with the ball. And Berwick wanted a penalty right there at the end, but it does look like his feet were still in bounds when he was being dragged down. No matter, Berwick has the ball, 1st and 10. The ball is back at the 36-yard line of the Bulldogs here at Crispin Field. 7:30 to play, and the clock does continue to run as we are in that mercy rule thing. Now Berwick out in front by 5 touchdowns with half the 3rd quarter to go. They pitch it out to Lopez, looking for some room to run. And he's going to find nothing there. He's brought down by number 34, Jonathan Stosha. That'll bring up a 2nd.
Pick up a 3 to the 40-yard line.
And 7. Alejandro Lopez tried to get something going on the run game here for Berwick. And they've had some success, but it's been light. Front leading running back, Aiden Mason, out with an illness tonight. So Lopez gets the call. Law ball under pressure, gets the pass away, and it's tipped by number 42, Brendan Woods.
Law ball is
falls incomplete. Normally, you see the clock moving. With an incomplete pass, the clock would stop, but the mercy rule, it will keep running unless the referee says to stop.
Defensive play is made by
So it is Ryan Lawbaugh getting challenged right there by Dylan Dostansky, and the ball is tipped by Brendan Woods. Bring up a 3rd and 7 now for the Berwick Bulldogs. 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Ryan Lawbaugh still the quarterback. Back to throw. Does get rid of it. And it is missed by not one but 2 Bulldogs.
Law ball pressured in the backfield. His pass is
Blaine Cleaver and Preston Robbins both had a chance to catch that ball, just couldn't get a handle on it. That'll bring up a 4th and 7. Lawbaugh right here to throw. Under pressure. Does get rid of it. It's tipped. Cleaver can't get it, and neither can Robbins. It falls incomplete. And the ball will be punted away now. Back to Valley West. 5:15 to go here in the third quarter. Sheptock kicks. And it will go out of bounds back at the 18-yard line, and that's where Wyoming Valley West will get to work. There's a look at some of the crowd here at the game tonight at Crispin Field. We'll remind you, if you want a copy of this game on DVD, they're available. Just shoot us an email, dfarley@atlanticbb.com, dfarley@atlanticbb.com, and then we'll email you back an order form that you can fill out and mail in with your payment. You can also go to the Atlantic Broadband Facebook page. Look for information about this game, Wyoming Valley West at Berwick Football, and there will be an order form that you can print out as well. Valley West with the ball, a low snap, and Dostansky, unable to do anything with it, gets swallowed up in the backfield. Dostansky looking to hand it off, going to try and roll out. Eric Montez gets there first. Taken down for a loss. It's now a 2nd and 15 for Wyoming Valley West. Play comes in from the sideline. And with 4:20 to play in the third quarter, Wyoming Valley West calls a timeout. They want to talk things over, so we'll take a break. The score is Berwick 35, Valley West nothing. 4:20 to go here in the third quarter.
As a community bank, First Columbia Bank and Trust knows the value of helping our young people dream, excel, and reach their goals. For more than 118 years, First Columbia has been committed to helping our communities prosper and our youth succeed. We're proud to invest in our youth through athletics, the arts, and education. First Columbia Bank and Trust, every step of the way.
Your hometown bank, the first place to go for your big time plans. Together we'll grow every step of the way. First Columbia Bank.
And we want to shout out to our sponsors, First Columbia Bank and Trust, also Century 21 Cover Bridges Realty, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, the Bloomsburg Fair, and of course Atlantic Broadband. We do thank you for your continued support of sports right here on Atlantic Broadband. We are getting ready to get back to action. Valley West called a timeout, didn't like the way things were lining up, so with a 2nd and 15, here we go. Dylan Dostansky at quarterback, a freshman, forced to take on the position after their starting quarterback was injured. Tegan Wilk with a pick and a pick 6. Berwick now leading 41-0 with 4:11 to go in the third quarter. Tegan Wilk pulling in the pass, the interception, and running it back for the touchdown. Ill-advised throw by Dostansky, throws it into coverage. Tegan Wilk reaches up for it, pulls it away from Nasir Gardner, and scurries back 18 yards for the pick six for the Berwick area Bulldogs. Extra point is up, and it is good. And Berwick now leads Wyoming Valley West 42-0 with 4:11 to play in the game.
When you buy or sell with Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty, you get the full support of our team, providing personal, powerful, professional service. A market leader for more than 30 years, helping generations of buyers and sellers make their home dreams come true. Our award-winning team will help you every step of the way. Movers aren't included, but clients get free use of our moving truck. We're the only realtors offering this service in our market. Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty.
And we are back. Berwick just scored again, this one on a pick six. It is Dylan Nastansky trying to get this one to Nasir Gardner, but Tegan Wilk is there first, pulls it in, and gets it at the 21-yard line and runs it back 21 yards for the sixth touchdown of the game for the Berwick area Bulldogs. They now lead 42-0 over Valley West in what is normally a much tighter game between these two teams, but Valley West dealing with some key injuries, including three majors on defense, and they also lost their starting quarterback, Dante Rhodes, during the Hazelton game a few weeks back. And so they've got Dylan Dostansky, a ninth grader, in there doing the quarterback duties and doing the best he can underneath the circumstances, making a few good plays here and there, but making some mistakes as well. And that last pick six was one of those mistakes that is costing them. Valley West coming into this game 1-2 overall. And Berwick is undefeated at this point. And at this point, with 4:05 to go here in the third quarter, and not much left to go in the game, it looks like they're about to go 4-0 as well, unless Valley West can come up with something. Another handoff, and another nothing. Berwick Bulldogs defense all over that, so it'll be a 2nd and 10. For Valley West.
Dallas Schecterly and Zaludo on the Berwick tackle. 2nd and 11.
Quick handoff to Brendan Woods. And there's a whole bunch of Bulldogs there saying, nope, not today. Yard loss, 2nd and 11. Dylan Nastansky under center. And he will hand this one off to number 26, Zach McDaniels, who tries to go to the end around. Winds up getting about 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up a 3rd and 8.
3 yards on the play.
So at times, Valley West is able to put together a run or two that works. Zach McDaniels here.
Foul call, and it will be a 15-yard penalty marked off and a 1st down.
Going against, and they're going to say an actual penalty against Berwick on that, a face mask. Not sure where it was, a personal foul of some kind. Valley West gets a 15-yard break on that one after the penalty. Slow it down a little bit. Valley West with the ball. Handoff into traffic, still going. So a nice run there by Zach McDaniels.
Zach McDaniels, number 26, on the carry. Pick up of 4.
After the penalty, ball is placed at the Berwick 46-yard line. Handoff to McDaniels. And he's able to work through traffic. And finally being brought down. 2nd and 6 now for the Spartans. 2:17 to go here in the third quarter. Nastansky will keep it himself.
Nastansky on the right side carry.
up towards the first down marker.
We'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Dylan Nastansky and the quarterback keeper slides through. Ball is placed at the 38-yard line. So a 3rd and 2, it looks like. Hand off to Brendan Woods, who falls forward out close to the first down marker.
Brandon Woods on the carry.
Looks as if he might have made it.
And it is a Valley West first down.
Brendan Woods just kind of falls forward 1.5 yards, just enough for the first down. And so Valley West gets a first down. I believe that might be their second one of the game, maybe third. But they've been struggling throughout the entire game. Minute to go here in the third quarter. Nastansky. And again a handoff, this time to Darius Redgard, who gets a couple yards before being swallowed up by a whole bunch of Bulldogs. The handoff to Redgard.
For Andrew Blockett, number 33 on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
Gets out to about the 32-yard line.
From the Berwick 32.
And that's where they will spot the ball. 2nd and 6 coming up for Valley West. They are going to have to take one more snap before the end of the third. And they'll hand it off to McDaniels, who makes his way up to about the 34-yard line. And that is where the third quarter will come to an end. We'll come back. Valley West will be facing a 3rd and 3. After 3 quarters, Berwick is in front in this one, way out in front, 42-0 over Wyoming Valley West.
The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, celebrating 20 years as a regional philanthropic organization. With over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund, more than $2.2 million in grant monies is awarded annually to local nonprofits and students to promote education, health and wellness, self-sustainability, recreation, and more. Accredited with national standards for U.S. community foundations for having the highest standards for philanthropic excellence, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is here for you, for good, forever.
Get ready for the 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th, featuring harness racing, a tractor and truck pull, modified truck, SUV, minivan, and figure-8 racing, horse pulling, a demolition derby, and more. Plus, big names on the Weiss Market Grandstand. Rides and attractions from Amusements of America, livestock, agriculture, horticulture, rabbits, poultry, arts, crafts, and more every day. Buy all-day ride passes, concert tickets, fair admission, and for a limited time, buy your weekly badges for just $35 at BloomsburgFair.com. The 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania.
We are back. Fourth quarter about to get underway. It's Valley West at Berwick. Valley West with the ball. 3rd and 3 and a handoff. And nothing doing. Berwick defense is all over that one.
The carry tackled immediately for a loss on the play by Brian Knorr. Loss of 4 on the play. 4th and 4.
Nastansky for Valley West with a handoff to number 5, Darius Redgard. You got Brian Knorr in on that tackle. 4th and 5, Valley West, no option at this point. Might as well just go for it, and they will. Back in the shotgun, and Nastansky will keep it himself, and he's going to get enough for a first down. A good run up to about the 23-yard line. And that'll bring up a first down for the Valley West Spartans as they continue to keep this drive alive, trying to get at least one score out of this game, if at all possible. Dylan Nastansky cutting back, finally brought down
First and 10
at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for Valley West. Redgard for a yard or two.
On the carry.
2nd and 8 coming up for the Wyoming Valley West Spartans.
Pickup of 2.
Some of the JV squad now in the game for the Bulldogs. Whistle blows, and Brian Knorr has to come off field for something. Valley West getting reset. Start the clock. 10:25 to go in the game. Berwick out in front, 42-0. Valley West trying to get at least one score on a drive right here, ball at the 21-yard line of Berwick. A pitch out to Redguard. Redguard looking for some room to run. Got some down to the 10. We'll see where they mark it. Might have got to the 9. But Darius Redguard with a nice run.
Valley West first down.
At least 11-yard run. Dylan Nastansky with the pitch out to Darius Redguard. Finds a gap, cuts back.
First and goal from the 9-yard line.
2, 3, 4, a whole bunch of Berwick Bulldogs in on that tackle finally, but there is a first down. It's first and goal for Valley West. Berwick defense needs to stiffen up a little bit here. And it is McDaniels driving forward for a couple of yards.
Zach McDaniels on the carry. Berwick tackle number 75, Sean Powell.
Men at the line of scrimmage. Pushed him back. Got a yard. Second and goal from the 8.
Second and goal from the 8.
McDaniels again for another couple of yards. And that will bring up
on the bottom again on the Berwick tackle.
A third and goal.
Pick up the 2.
Ball is placed at the 6-yard line, picked up 2 yards. So Valley West, if they can pull this off, on the verge of avoiding a shutout. They pitch it out to Redguard. Redguard moving forward, and he drops down at the 2-yard line.
Left side run, tackle.
Number 13, Shane Levan, in on that tackle. Redmead turns it. Also in on that is Benjamin Knorr. Fourth and goal from the 1. And a handoff. And Berwick stands him up and pulls him back. He doesn't make it. Berwick defense coming up strong. Number 65, Jake Lanning, pulling him back.
Running back is stopped at the goal line.
And Berwick stops Valley West short of the goal line from the 1. Nastansky hands it off to McDaniels. He runs into a bunch of blue shirts. And right there you can see Lanning pull him backwards. And that will end the drive for Valley West. Berwick's defense holds. Berwick will take over from their own 1-yard line. Got some timeouts being called. This time by Wyoming Valley West. So we'll remind you again that DVDs are available. Just shoot us an email, dfarley@atlanticbb.com. dfarley@atlanticbb.com. And then we'll send you back an order form. Or you can go to our Atlantic Broadband Facebook page. Log on to Facebook, search for Atlantic Broadband, and you will find information about this game, which is Valley West at Berwick. And there's also an order form attached to that you can print out at home, fill out, and mail in with your payment. You can also watch for some of these games, although rather delayed, on our Atlantic Broadband Channel 10 YouTube page. Go to YouTube, search for Atlantic Broadband Channel 10, and you should be able to find those things. We're about to get back to action. 7:52 to play. Valley West calling a timeout. Berwick out in front, 42-0. They just stopped Valley West at the 1-yard line. Berwick taking over. I believe we have a new quarterback as well. And they will drive forward for a couple of yards to give themselves some operating room. Number 17, Benjamin Knorr, now at quarterback for Berwick. So Berwick has pulled their starters. after they garnered an outstanding lead. Knorr now at quarterback. Takes the snap, keeps it himself. Gets a couple yards on the carry. 2nd and 8 with the ball at the 3-yard line. Stas Hughes in the backfield. Benjamin Knorr at quarterback. He will hand it off to number 26, Brendan Spezzoletti, who might have got an extra yard out of that carry.
Carry by Brandon Spezzoletti.
Brendan Knorr to Spezzoletti, who works his way outside. Nasir Gardner is there to pull him down. No gain on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and 8. And you're looking at the junior varsity squad now on the field for the Berwick area Bulldogs. Benjamin Knorr at quarterback. He will hand it off again to Spezzoletti, who's getting caught from behind, still churning, and he's going to get basically back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like number 44, Josh Koval, was the one that caught him from behind. That'll bring up a 4th down, and Berwick is going to have to punt this one away. But JV squad in the game.
4th and 8 for the Bulldogs.
Brendan Spezzoletti dragging a Valley West Spartan or two behind him. No gain. It's 4th and long. And Sean Sheptok is back there to punt away for Berwick with limited room. Kick does get away. Hits around the 35 and out of bounds at the 39, 40-yard line is where the referee says, and that's where the Valley West Spartans will get the ball back with 5:45 to play in the game.
32-yard punt.
They will change sides. Junior varsity squad again playing for Berwick offensively and defensively with a smattering of varsity players in there as well, just to shore things up. But a good test. That means if you were looking for a junior varsity game between these two teams this week, you're probably not going to get one, because they're playing here tonight in the 4th quarter. 5:45 to go in the game. Valley West with the ball. Dylan Nastansky still quarterbacking for the Spartans. They pitch it out to Darius Redgard, who bounces outside. Berwick defense steps up. 2-yard loss on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd and 12. So even this younger version of the Berwick defense, still pretty solid. Second and 12 now for the Berwick area Bulldogs, or excuse me, for Valley West. The snap and a handoff to Sadiq Ransom Burke. Gets a little room to run. Jonathan Scarpelli now the quarterback for Valley West, as they put in some of their JV squad as well. Give everybody a chance to get some varsity experience here under the lights at famed Crispin Field. Handoff to Ransom Burke. Cuts it back. Gets a little bit of running room. Finally brought down by number 17, Benjamin Knorr. 4:12 to go. 3rd and 6. And a handoff to Valley West, and they'll find nothing there as well. Berwick defense will hold. Ball gets up to the 35-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th and 5 for the Spartans of Wyoming Valley West, located up there in the Plymouth area.
Third tackle, Andrew Blocker.
In the handoff there to Sadiq Ransom Burke, and nothing doing. Valley West, nothing to lose at this point, going for it. Jonathan Scarpelli, the quarterback. He goes back looking to throw. Screens it, and it's over the head of Josh Koval And that is where the drive will come to an end. Berwick will take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line with 3:27 to play in the game. We'll remind you that if you are interested, we've got a great show that we've been showing for a number of years here on Atlantic Broadband Channel 10. It's called Remembering When. It features classic videos of days gone by, classroom videos, business videos, all kinds of things like that. Newsreels, fun show. It's about 15 minutes long. It does air twice daily here on Atlantic Broadband Channel 10, unless, of course, it's being interrupted by a game here at night, which these days is more than likely to happen. But check your local listings and look for Remembering When, an Atlantic Broadband Channel 10 exclusive that you can only get right here on this channel. Berwick getting ready to come out. They actually call for a timeout. So, with 3:08 to play in the game, Berwick out in front in this one by a score of 42-0.
The O'Neill's is a magical place. We are the launch pad of the American theater. When a piece is with us, it is going next to stages in Hollywood, stages on Broadway, stages in London. We need to be connected to the world. What we wanted with programming required better connectivity. Atlantic Broadband was there from day one. It is key to have a provider that is reliable and creates bespoke solutions for our unique way of doing business.
Welcome back. We've got another quarterback in there now. It's Peyton Williams quarterbacking for the Bulldogs with a handoff. And a good run there by Stas Hughes, who's in the backfield. Clock will continue to run.
Berwick carry by Stas Hughes. Gain of 12, first down for the Bulldogs.
Number 19, Peyton Williams at quarterback now. Hands off to Stas Hughes. At the 35, he goes over the 40, dragging a Valley West player with him, and enough for a first down. Now at the 47-yard line, Williams again, back at quarterback. He'll pitch this one out, and a bobble. And it rolls free, and Valley West is going to have the ball.
The backfield is fumbled by the Bulldogs and recovered by.
It rolls right into the arms of Aziz Martin, number 24 from Valley West. And so that pitch did not work.
Fumble recovery by number 24, Aziz Martin.
Williams right here with the pitch.
The Spartans.
It gets tipped right there. Comes loose. Stas Hughes thought it was going to be for him. But Aziz Martin comes up with the ball, and Valley West gets the ball right back, and they're now at the Berwick 42-yard line. Pitch it out to number 28, Sadiq Ransom Burke.
Tackle for a loss by number 33, Andrew Blockers.
And Andrew Blockers with the tackle on that one. Clock will stop because of the penalty. Personal foul. And it's a face mask. You saw that right at the end of that play as Jonathan Scarpelli pitches it out to number 28, Ransom Burke. Coming around, and he does grab the face mask just at the last second. They're trying to make that tackle. Referee right on top of that. So that's a break for Valley West. That moves them all the way up to the 28-yard line. 29-yard line, they say. 1st and 10 for Valley West with under 2 to play in the game, and they're trying to break the shutout. Scarpelli with a handoff. 3 or 4 yards.
Sean Powell wraps it up on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Gain of 3. 2nd down and 7.
Handoff to number 44, Josh Cavall. He got a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7. Ball's at the 26-yard line now. Jonathan Scarpelli coming in at quarterback here in the 4th quarter. So you're looking at the JV squads, the future of these two clubs. Number 33 there, Colin Rude, getting a couple of yards.
Rude, number 33,
and number 44 for Berwick in on that tackle.
That's by the interior of that Bulldog defense.
And off to Rude, little confusion.
Gavin Cunningham. assisting on the count.
Finally brought down. 3rd and 4. This game's just about over. Jonathan Scarpelli looking. He will hand this one off to number 22, Zach Tomasic. Goes out of play. Short of the first down. That'll bring up a 4th.
Will continue to run.
And short. The clock will continue to run, and that may be the last play of the game. Coaches for Wyoming Valley West are on the field as the clock continues to wind down. 15 seconds to go. And Berwick is going to get their 4th win of the season, and they will go undefeated heading into week 5. Valley West will drop to 1-3. Coaches coming out, shaking hands, and that is where this ball game will come to a conclusion. Berwick wins it 42-0. We'll come back with a few highlights of the entire game when we come back. You're watching high school football right here on Atlantic Broadband, Channel 10.
As a community bank, First Columbia Bank and Trust knows the value of helping our young people dream, excel, and reach their goals. For more than 118 years, First Columbia has been committed to helping our communities prosper and our youth succeed. We're proud to invest in our youth through athletics, the arts, and education. First Columbia Bank and Trust, every step of the way.
Your hometown bank, the first place to go for your big time plans. Together we'll grow every step of the way. First Columbia Bank.
When you buy or sell with Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty, you get the full support of our team, providing personal, powerful, professional service. A market leader for more than 30 years, helping generations of buyers and sellers make their home dreams come true. Our award-winning team will help you every step of the way. Movers aren't included, but clients get free use of our moving truck. We're the only realtors offering this service in our market. Century 21 Covered Bridges Realty. The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, celebrating 20 years as a regional philanthropic organization. With over 200 charitable funds, including the Berwick Health and Wellness Fund, more than $2.2 million in grant monies is awarded annually to local nonprofits and students to promote education, health and wellness, self-sustainability, recreation, and more. Accredited with national standards for U.S. community foundations for having the highest standards for philanthropic excellence, the Central Susquehanna Community Foundation is here for you, for good, forever.
Get ready for the 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th, featuring harness racing, tractor and truck pull, modified truck, SUV, minivan, and figure eight racing, horse pulling, a demolition derby, and more. Plus, big names on the Weiss Market Grandstand. Rides and attractions from Amusements of America, livestock, agriculture, horticulture, rabbits, poultry, arts, crafts, and more every day. Buy all-day ride passes, concert tickets, fair admission, and for a limited time, buy your weekly badges for just $35 at BloomsburgFair.com. The 164th Bloomsburg Fair, September 20th through the 28th in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania.
All right, welcome back. Valley West at Berwick. This one's in the books. Berwick gets their 4th win in a row. They beat Valley West 42-0 in a surprisingly easy game for the Berwick Bulldogs, and that's because of injuries due to the Valley West club, so they didn't get to face the full brunt of the Valley West Spartans team. But here's a look at the highlights starting in the first quarter. Here is quarterback Ryan Lawbaugh doing the fake. He is going to go across the middle to number 36, Dallas Schechterly, a 12-yard touchdown pass. Touchdown number 2. Ryan Lawbaugh fakes it to Lopez. Back at the 38-yard line, lets this one fly. And this one is going to somehow be caught by Tegan Wilk. Goes back for it. It bobbles up into the air, and he comes down with it. And it is touchdown number 2 for the Berwick area Bulldogs. 3rd touchdown of the game. Valley West quarterback Dylan Dostansky looking to throw. He does not see Dallas Schechterly right there. He tries to get it to Darius Rudgard, but Schechterly is right there for it, and he will scurry that back 15 yards for another Berwick touchdown, a pick 6 for the Berwick Bulldogs. That was all in the 3rd quarter. Here in the 4th quarter, ball wound up down at the 12-yard line of Valley West, and Ryan Lawbaugh will take the snap, fake the handoff, find a gap, take off towards the end zone, being chased, drops his shoulders, and stays on his feet long enough to get the touchdown, and it's 28-0 Berwick at that point. Second half action. Ball at the 42-yard line. Ryan Lawbaugh back to throw. He lets it fly. Going for the end zone all by himself is Sean Sheptalk, a 42-yard touchdown pass and touchdown for the Berwick Bulldogs. They're out 35-0 at that point. And finally, Valley West again. Nastansky back to throw. Ill-advised throw. It gets picked off by number 7, Tegan Wilk, back at the 16-yard line. Actually, the 20-yard line. And he will scurry back, high-stepping over the end zone to make it a 42-0 game. In the game, let's see, we had rushing yards, 99 for Berwick, 45 on 37 carries for Valley West. Passing yards, Berwick had 171, 28 for Valley West. Total yards, 270 for Berwick, 73 for Wyoming Valley West. Individually, for Valley West, Darius Redgard got it 7 carries for 17 yards, and Zach McDaniels ran it 9 times for only 10 yards. That tells you how good and tough the defense was tonight. Berwick's Blaine Cleaver got a hold of it 5 times for 32 yards. Alejandro Lopez ran it 10 times for 32 yards, and Ryan Lawball ran it twice for 25 yards and a touchdown. Valley West passing, it was Dylan Nastansky, went 4 for 11 completions, 28 yards total. Ryan Lawball for Berwick went 7 for 11 and 144 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Blaine Cleaver passed 1, got 1 for 2 and 27 yards. And as far as catching is concerned, Nasir Gardner caught 3 for Valley West, and Salim Diop caught 1 for 28 yards. Berwick's Sean Sheptalk caught 2 for 47 yards and a touchdown. Blaine Cleaver caught 2 for 32 yards. Tegan Wilk caught 1 big 38-yard touchdown pass. Preston Robbins caught 1 for 27. Eric Montez 1 for 15. And Dallas Schechterly caught 1 for 12 yards and a touchdown. Berwick goes to 4-0 on the season, and Valley West drops to 1-3. We thank you for watching, and we hope you'll join us again for more high school sports in the coming days and weeks right here on Atlantic Broadband Channel 10. This Atlantic Broadband Channel 10 sports presentation has been brought to you by First Columbia Bank and Trust, helping communities prosper and our youth succeed for over 100 years. With you every step of the way, First Columbia Bank and Trust with 14 branches to serve you. The Central Susquehanna Community Foundation, celebrating 20 years as a regional philanthropic organization whose mission is quality of life in the Central Susquehanna Valley and achieving donors' intentions. Century 21 Cover Bridges Realty Incorporated, serving Columbia, Montour, and Lower Luzerne counties and featuring award-winning agents ready to help you buy or sell your property. The 164th Annual Bloomsburg Fair. Gates open at 2 p.m. Preview Day, Friday, September 20th, and all tickets for the Wise Markets Grandstand shows are now available at bloomsburgfair.com. And by Atlantic Broadband, your television, internet, and phone provider for the greater Berwick, western Poconos, and portions of Schuylkill County. Stay connected with Atlantic Broadband.